When it comes to station design and OpenTTD, there are two main options: end stations and roll-on roll-off stations, both having pros and cons to them. But what is now the best design when it comes to throughput and making money? Which design has the best flow and will provide the least amount of traffic jams on your line? Is one actually better than the other? Or does the overall design matter more? In this video I will just show you two setups to determine just that. What is going on everybody, Powell here and welcome back to another video. Now, to find out what is the best station design for throughput and making money, I have created a small network here of trains delivering cargo to this factory right here. They're mostly bringing in grain and livestock from a bunch of farms. And currently I am running the end station design, as you can see right here. Meaning it's the end of the line. Trains can't go further and need to go back out a little bit of the way they came into the station. Now I have 4 platforms on this station right here, each separated by 2 by making a split off right here. And each piece of track leading up or coming from the platforms is long enough to store a full length train. So whenever a train is waiting to pass a signal, it means it won't block the crossover point at the station, and then the other trains coming in or out can use the other platform right next to it. Now I've created this network in such a way that there is a almost continuous flow of trains coming into the station to drop off their cargo. Currently it's running rather smoothly, not much backups or anything, but to truly see what now is the best setup in comparison with a roll-off roll-on station, I will run this scenario for a total of 3 years in game. In those 3 years I will keep track of the number of trains passing this signal right here, meaning that they fully exited the station setup, after entering it of course. And of course I will take a note of the amount of revenue all my trains will make. So let's see what happens after 3 years. So after 3 years of in-game looking at trains entering and exiting the stations, tallying up the results every train passing right here, the total amounts are in. After 3 years, the number of trains having passed this signal right here was 286 in total. 95 in year 1, 92 in year 2 and 99 in year 3. The total revenue I made in total was 21,542,688 euros, with a breakdown of the numbers right down below. As you can see, even though the amount of trains in year 2 was slightly less than in year 1, the revenue was far less in comparison. That difference can be explained by the fact that probably in year 2 more trains with a lower amount of revenue pass the station compared to the other years, because trains coming from farther away will make you more money. Since this factory is supplied by farms from all over the map, some trains will make me more money than other trains. So yeah, this is the baseline for now. Let's go and take a look at the roll-on roll-off station. So here we have my roll-on roll-off, or RORO for short, station design. Everything else to the network is exactly the same. As you can see, here is the exiting path from the station, here's the entering path of the station, where in the previous design this line would just continue into this line right here. But now I have created a small, not really a small, but a rather large corner going around the factory into the back of the station, and I'm using these long turns right here so that Each section after a turn fits a full train on it, as you can see, meaning that a train will never make a fully 90-degree turn, just a 45-degree turn, which won't slow down the train by anything. So this is the most optimal design for a railroad station. I've also put down a signal on each leading track running up to the station, where a full-length train can wait. So in the case where all platforms are used up, next train incoming can fit on this part of can wait on this track, second train can wait on this track, and the third train can wait on this track right here. Same for the exit. Of course, a train will fit fully onto the station, and after it's completely unloaded, it can roll out up to this signal right here, or one of these signals right, of course, and then fully clearing the station so the next train can already come in and start unloading, so they won't have to wait for each other. In total I can store 12 trains on this part of the network right here, where they can all just wait for the one exiting right here at the moment. Now to again see the actual difference between this station and the end station design, I will run this design again for the same 3 years in game from 1997, 1998 and 1999, and tally up all the trains passing this signal right here, and again calculating the total amount of revenue. So let's see what happens. Three years have passed. I've counted dozens of trains exiting the station, entering, going around, watching them break down on various paths of the network, but the totals are in. The number of trains passing this exact signal right here after 3 years running the railway station design was 291. 91 in year 1, 97 in year 2, and 103 in year 3. The total revenue I made was 22,902,322 euros, with the breakdown showing below. And again, it's a little bit fluctuating money compared to the amount of trains, so the number of trains doesn't really reflect the amount of revenue you are making. If we then compare these numbers with the end station design, we can see the following differences. The amount of trains for the railway station was a little bit higher, with 291 versus 286, an increase of about just 2%. The difference in revenue, on the other hand, is a little bit higher, 22.9 million versus 21.5 million, a difference of about 6.5%. I'm not really sure where that increase is coming from. It might be that it is the extra distance the trains are traveling on this part of the network for the railroad station design, or it might be that they are less long waiting for unloading. Like I said, I'm not really sure. If you have an idea, please let me know in the comments down below. But to conclude this video, the difference between an end station and railroad station design are not that big if they are both designed in a proper manner, meaning that trains can exit and enter stations or the platforms of the stations without having to wait on other trains, so meaning giving trains plenty of space to wait for their turn with using signals and using large enough spaces between those signals. Now, in my opinion, it comes down to personal preference and the amount of space there is available. As you can see, the railway station design uses a lot of space around here, which I have available here in the open, near factories and other industries. But especially around towns, space might be very limited, so a proper railway station design is harder to place and an end station design will be preferred. Now, if you want to see what the best method is to load your trains, you can click on the next video right here, and I hope to see you all there. Take care everybody, bye bye.